Okay, so yesterday I attended the Atlantic's Progress Summit in Los Angeles. I'm a philosophy professor and podcaster here, and I heard firsthand from the lead researcher of OpenAI, Mark Chen, what the company is doing with ChatGPT, Dolly, and sort of where they see things going. There's been a lot of blowback to these technologies recently because people have been concerned that they're super exploitative of artists. And Chen clarified that it is trained on licensed art. So there actually is a lot of art that they pay for and license to train their AI on, but that also there is publicly available art. It's like the free stuff that's on the web. I think that's more where the concern about exploitation is coming from people, because a lot of people post their stuff on the web and realize when they put it on the internet that it could be used to train these AI. And so they're like, I didn't consent to this. What's going on? Chen said that, perhaps surprisingly, that their goal at OpenAI isn't to stiff artists and that they've been actually working quite a bit with them. But I don't know that the concern was like totally assuaged. He did say, though, that one thing they've found is that people who are already artists are way more creative at using the Dolly technology than those of us who are like regular Joes, right? They're going to have way better prompts, way richer ideas for how to engage with this technology. And in that vein, there was actually an artist at the Atlantic Progress Summit named Don Allen Stevenson III, who used to work for DreamWorks and I think is freelance, correct me if I'm wrong, super interesting artist who talked about his experience using Dolly. And he said that this Dolly software has totally transformed the way that he storyboards and the way that actually entire creative department storyboard. He said, and this was like, I don't know if this is utopian or dystopian, but that whole departments are now text prompts. And obviously it's dystopian from the perspective of like labor, but he had some suggestions about how this is actually catalyzing creativity, because he said that in DreamWorks, like pre-Dolly, for instance, you would have to spend a ton of time storyboarding and iterate on that storyboarding, like try on different possibilities for what a certain setting would look like. Then you're like, oh, maybe I want to move that tree or create an entirely different setting. That could take weeks. And so he said that stuff that used to take weeks and months is actually now a matter of seconds, which is allowing for more like wild forms of creation that otherwise perhaps wouldn't be incentivized with like the economic structure of the corporations like DreamWorks. As a result, he said you can actually make riskier design decisions without wasting time. He also suggested that when it comes to physical art, AI can inform how artists create compositions. Like if you want to create Jesus on a horse was his example, actually. If you want to create that image, like you could have Dolly create a version of it for you, and then that could be not like a model exactly, but inspiration for how to compose the image. I'm still processing a lot of this. I don't really know what I think about it, but I was pretty struck by his claim that it catalyzes the imagination and really allows you to play around. One final thing that came up when Mark Chen was speaking was this idea that OpenAI's ultimate goal is to create a generalized artificial intelligence, and that they actually think that creating an image generator was a key starting point for this. Or I don't know if it was like the starting point, but it was a key step, let's say, because the generalized intelligence has to have the capacity for image generation. And the moderator said, so are you saying that AI needs to have an imagination? And the answer was yes. So that's my like on the ground reporting from what I heard these people talk about yesterday and what I saw Don Allen Stevenson III was like showing us stuff in real time. I think personally, based on some of the definitions of art that I've used in the past, I'm a philosophy professor. I teach philosophy of art. I have a podcast, Overthink, where we talk about what the nature of art is on various episodes. I might suggest actually the kitsch episode on this, or maybe the commodification of art episode. I'm still trying to work it out and like whether I think genuine creativity is involved or not. I think I went in with this like very negative view of OpenAI, and Chen and Stevenson kind of encouraged me to at least rethink that, or maybe open my mind a little bit to the possibility of creativity, even if there are still a lot of problems that I would see maybe in the structure of it, including that of compensating artists. I think I'm still deciding whether I think genuine creativity is at work, and I went in wanting to say definitely no, because I don't see reason to believe that the AI is actually being creative in this process. But I think what Don Allen Stevenson III was saying about the creativity that it generates on the part of the actual humans who are using it has encouraged me to adjust my view a little bit and to think more about this.